Good morning. Saturday morning. It's good to see you. Good to be with you. Welcome. Today we're going to be working on our squatting position. So just have a seat and take a few deep breaths and check in with your body to begin the practice. Sit tall, keep your head right over your hips. Take a few deep breaths. Exhale longer than you inhale. Inhale. And a long, smooth exhale. All right, one more deep breath. Gently blink your eyes open. And we're going to come into a squatting position. I know we're not quite open or warm yet, but that's the process we're going to go through today. So if you are beginning or you know that it's difficult to squat with your heels on the floor, what you can do is roll up your mat or to grab a pillow or something that you can place your heels on to come into a squat. You can also take your knees a little bit wider, your legs a little bit wider for your squatting. Lift your chest and take a few deep breaths. Just kind of get in your position and notice how you're feeling. And notice what might feel a little tight or is grabbing a little bit in this position. Just notice what that is. All right, now we're going to gently come out. And we're going to talk about what a few things are that inhibit or limit our squatting position. So one of them is the ankle. So we're going to do a little bit of work. If you have a tennis ball or a yoga tune-up ball, this is really kind of ideal to work with. So go ahead and grab one of those items. Grab a tennis ball, a yoga tune-up ball, or something that you can roll out your shins with a little bit. And not a foam roller. Not a foam roller. That's not beneficial for your connective tissue. So what we want to do is roll through the shin right on the outside line of the bone. And if you get up to this little meaty area of the lower leg, you can move your ankle around a little bit and you'll notice that connection. This is the muscle that controls your ankle and toes. All right, let's switch to our second side. Right, and then come back into your squatting position. Again, you can roll up your mat or put something under your heels. We're going to come back in and see if that is a little bit more easeful in the ankle and the lower leg. Just notice how that feels. And now seat. Right, one of the other joints that we want to open up for our squatting position is the knee joint. So we're going to do some knee stretches. take your forearm, same knee as same arm and knee. And we're gonna put that arm right in the knee pit, and we're gonna squeeze down. So you're gonna flex this ankle here and release. Squeeze, release. The most important part of this is the squeeze. It really doesn't matter what this leg is doing here. I just felt like, I want to fold in. Maybe you can have yours extended or whatever feels good for you. Let's do 2 more of these on this side. And then switch. And this knee position this knee stretch is quite useful if you have achy knees or your knees are a little creaky. The folks, especially the athletes I work with who have creaky knees, if they do this before and after their sport, before and after the run, what have you, they're like, so it's a night and day difference. Knees. All right, one more here. And we're gonna come back into the squat. And notice how that's feeling in your squat. And what you always want to keep in mind is you want your spine long and you want your knees are welcome to be a little wider than your feet, but you never, ever, ever want to have your knees closer than your ankles. So double check that your knees aren't closer together than your ankles. All right, and let's have a seat. So another joint that's really that can prohibit sometimes a squat is the hip joint. It's a little more obvious than the last 2 that we've worked on. So we're going to work on opening the hip joint a little bit. So grab a couple of blocks and we're going to stack them one on top of the other. 1, 2. And we'll have a seat here. So you want to sit nice and tall and have your knees wider than your hips. Right leg first, inch your right foot out. Just inch it out. And then notice what it feels like as you gently press your foot into the floor. It's not even a lot of pressure, but it might just be like you can feel the sole of your foot dropping down, connecting to the earth, connecting to the mat. So here's the action. We go down, we move the knee out to the right, we move the knee back, and then we relax those 3 instructions. So we push down, we add knee out, knee back. And these are small micro movements, but you'll see in a moment they're gonna make a big difference. Release, let your foot drop down, reach the knee out, reach the knee back. And breathe. Now I'm gonna come over here to the side so I can get a little twist. This feels nice for the spine as well. Down, knee out, knee back. Relax. Foot down, the knee out, the knee back. Relax. Last one. Foot down, knee out, knee back. Let it go. Pull your foot in a little bit. Take a nice deep breath. And we're gonna go to the left. Left foot inches out. Left foot drops down into the floor. The knee comes out to the left and back. And then we release. Foot down, knee out, knee back. Relax. Foot down, knee out, knee back. Relax. Last one. Foot down, knee out, knee back. Relax. Okay, last one, I promise this time. Foot down, knee out, knee back. It just felt like one more was needed to make it feel even and relax. So you remove the blocks out from under your seat. And you can roll up your mat to come into your squatting position and just notice how that might feel a little different in your body now. All right, let's sit the hips flat on the floor and hip flexors. Let's talk about hip flexors for a moment. So you might have felt the front of your hip kind of gripping, or some of the muscles in the front of your hip gripping. So now I'm gonna go to work on those. Actually, let's just keep ourselves seated here. And we're gonna lift up our feet. Let your feet kind of dangle. Lift your chest up towards the ceiling. Take a nice deep breath. See if you can balance here. And we're gonna take one arm and pull away. We're gonna take this knee and try to touch your knee to your shoulder. We're gonna touch the knee to the shoulder, just attempt to touch the knee to the shoulder. It might not touch. And then again, it might. Let's do one more here. And then grab around the knee. Relax, lift the chest, take a breath. Now we're going over to our second side. So we're gonna take this knee and we're gonna kick it towards the shoulder. 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 3 more. Last breath. And then grab around that knee, lift the chest. So if you found that your hip flexors were real grippy in your squat, and you come back into your squat, you're welcome to again roll up your mat. Just come on in and see how that feels. Excellent. Now press through your feet, exhale, and lead with your chest and lift up to standing. Excellent. All right, so one of the things that I discovered was, if you're doing anything like laundry, where you maybe squat down towards the laundry machine, or, reach at the grocery store for something on the bottom shelf, you can always practice your squat in that moment. So come on and stand up with me. It's a really great time because I know that we don't all have like hours to just spend doing exercise every day. So all of these occupational movements like squatting, super beneficial just to do that a couple of times as you're doing your daily chores. So we're gonna stand up on the feet and turn the toes forward. Keep your chest lifted as much as you can. Chest is kind of like the last thing to sink towards the floor. So you turn on your thigh muscles here. You squat down. Breathe deep. And then push through your heels. Exhale, use your thighs and slowly, gently come up. And when you go slower, what you're gonna feel is you're gonna feel your body working a little bit more. Like you get a little more glute work. You get a little bit more thigh strength. And that's really what we want, because we don't want your joints to be what's moving you to the floor and what's picking you up from the floor. We want your muscles to do that work, the muscles to pull on the joints. So go ahead and engage your thighs, just kind of squeeze them on, and then let your hips descend down towards the heels. Keep your chest lifted and come all the way down and breathe. And when you come up, push through your feet, especially your heels. Come up slow. And you're gonna feel things working a little bit more. All right, let's do that one more time. Go ahead and turn your thighs on. Here we go. Descending down. Keeping the chest lifted all the way, all the way. Excellent. And then pressing through the feet. Exhale. Lift up to standing. Beautiful. Awesome. All right, let's have a seat. Let's do a little twisting to get your spine a little bit relaxed. And let me know in the comments, how did that go? How did your squat start at the beginning of the practice? And how did it end? Where did you feel the most relief? Was it when we opened the knee joint? When we opened the hip joint or did a little hip flexor strength? What was that thing that helped the most for you? All right, let's come into a little double L sitting position, lifting your chest, twisting over to your right. We call this the deer twist. I'm gonna take our elbows to the floor. Relax your spine. Breathe with your belly here. And if you'd like a little bit more, take one of these blocks, place your palm on the block and extend your arm foot. Deep breath. Gently walk your hands in towards your hips to sit up and swivel around to the other side. Take a block with you. Let's twist over that left shoulder, lifting the chest. Deep breath. And elbows to the floor. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Take your hand to the block and palm presses down here. Nice breath. And then walk the hands towards the hips. We're going to do a little spinal extension. So this is a supported one, really safe, really good. Teaches you how to back bend from the thoracic spine first, which will keep your low back safe in any back bending position. So you want to put the back of your heart right here on this top block. You can also think about it like the near edge is kind of right where the band of your sports bra is. Right there. Lean back. Catch your head in your hands and squeeze your elbows together. Nice deep breath here. On your next exhale, take your hands on either side of your hips and push yourself up to seated. We're going to come back into that squat one more time now that we've opened our backs up a little bit. See how that might make a difference here. And again, you are 100% always welcome to roll that mat up right under your heels. Deep breath, breathing. Excellent. Have a seat, rest, relax, take a shavasana, do like a little back bending position maybe for a little rest. Close your eyes for 5 minutes or more and just take some nice deep breaths. And enjoy your Saturday. So I'll see you back here again tomorrow. And in the meantime, take really good care. See you soon.